I am so excited. I'm pumped about today's podcast. I've been thinking about this podcast all week long as we prepared to do it. And over the years, I've coached so many people on how to actually take their knowledge of whatever they know, whether they're in the medical field or whether they're in the technology field, and actually begin to apply that knowledge to the aspect of trading stocks, trading ETFs, trading options. It's such a powerful, powerful way for you to make money. Today people are constantly looking for some new side gig. They're looking to make money online. They're looking to sell things on Craigslist or eBay or Amazon. They're looking for ways to supplement their income, looking for ways to save for college for the kids. There's just all retirement. There's so many different things that, demand that so many demands on us that we need to have more income. And I have found over the last 20 years as a trader that trading is just one of the perfect income streams. I've always told my students I have three favorite income streams. Number one, in no particular order. Number one, real estate. Love the tax benefits that you can get from real estate. It's one of my absolute favorite income streams in the world. Second income stream up there in the top three would be internet marketing, affiliate marketing in particular. Very powerful. We started building those income streams about 10 years ago. And it's just simply amazing what affiliate marketing can do for your bottom line. And then three is stock trading. No doubt about it. Stock and ETF trading today really make a big difference. So what I want to do today is I want to talk about that third income stream. I want to give you 5 reasons why trading stocks and ETFs or options is such a powerful thing for anybody to do. Let's begin with the first reason. The very first reason is probably the reason that most people are attracted to stock or ETF trading, and that is time freedom. Time freedom. Everybody wants to have more time. Time is that commodity that you can't buy any more of. Everybody gets 24 hours in a day. Everybody gets 7 days in a week. Everybody gets 30 days in a month and 365 days in a year. What's the difference between people who actually succeed and people who don't? Those who use their time wisely. Well, when you don't have a whole lot of time because you're trading it for, a handful of dimes, as the old 60s song says, well, then you're kind of in a catch-22 where you're giving up the most precious thing to you for a limited or a fixed amount of money. Well, when you trade stocks or ETFs, there's no rush hour traffic, right? You don't have to sit in a long 2-hour grinding morning traffic to get to work. I don't want to rub things in here, but those of you who are traders know this. You get to play with your kids in the middle of the day, right? Any day of the week. That's one of the most beautiful things about trading. And I got to be honest, as a trader, I can stop at any moment of the day. And I don't trade all day long. I'm not a day trader. But I will trade in the morning and also in the afternoon, right before the market closes. Usually the open time is when I'm selling, and the very last 30 to 45 minutes of the market is when I'm making new positions, taking on new positions. But in the middle, I'm researching and looking at things, but I can go play with my kids in the middle of the day. That is rich. I don't know about you, but as I get older, that old saying that it's all about family takes on so much more wisdom than ever. My wife, her name is Jennifer. You've heard her on the podcast before. She takes our 2 young boys grocery shopping. And instead of going on the weekends, because we trade and because we have time freedom, she can go shopping for groceries on Monday morning when everybody's at work, right? Now, that's one of the little benefits, and those are kind of selfish benefits, I'll admit. We can go out and eat at restaurants and enjoy the city's parks whenever everybody's at work. But let's talk about things that aren't so selfish. Let's talk about the things like your calling. You can pursue your calling. Were you really made to work in that cubicle that you're sitting in? Were you really designed to do the things that you're doing today? Would the young person that you were be proud of the old person that you've become? It's one of those things when you begin to think, what's your calling? You can pursue your calling when you have time freedom. Personally, I'm using my own free time to pursue more things in Christian ministry. At the very heart of me, I believe myself to be a teacher and a minister. I really want to help people. And now, because I have free time, of course, with trading, I'm able to research topics that I've always wanted to know more about. In my research, I've amassed a large collection of books that I allow myself several hours a week to indulge in. I couldn't do that if I worked at some high-pressure middle management or upper management job or some executive position at some publicly traded company. I wouldn't have that option. I wouldn't have that ability because my mind would belong to someone else. But wow, the power of trading stocks and ETFs gives you time freedom. And so many people want time freedom. We could say more about that, but let's keep moving on for the sake of time. So number one is time freedom. Number two, the freedom to travel as you please and live anywhere you want. Are you kidding me? This is one of the best benefits of trading stocks and ETFs and options is the fact that trading is a lightweight business. There's no physical inventory. I don't have to have my garage full of boxes of stuff that I have to sell to people. There's no customers that I have to deal with. Which means there's no customer service when I'm trading stocks. There's no costly rents or property taxes that I have to pay because I'm, running a trading business. Honestly, I'm convinced that there are few better income streams on earth than that generated by the activity of trading. When you think about it, really all trading is taking something and turning around and selling it for something more. Have you ever gone to a garage sale and picked up a book or a shirt or something and then turned around and sold it to somebody else, made a buck, right? That's trading. You're buying something from someone else and you're turning around and selling it to someone else a little bit more than what you paid for it. That's trading. Happens every single day all across the world. And you can be a part of it, or you can just watch it happen. We really believe that it's one of the best ways for people to make money, thanks to the sophistication of the financial markets today. But freedom to travel and live anywhere you want's huge. I'll be taking my family to Mexico for a few weeks early next year, just to really enjoy, just get away, live on the beach for a while. And instead of trading and writing and conducting my research from my ranch here in Northwest Arkansas, I'll be doing it from a beachfront cabana. Now, I know many people are able to work remotely. Many people may have a executive job or maybe they have some sort of sales job or something and they work remotely, but they still have a boss and they still have quotas. They still got deadlines. They still have other pressures that a trader like me just doesn't have to face. So when you truly learn the trade of trading is what I call it, the trade. It really is a trade that you can learn. When you learn the trade of trading, you can literally live anywhere in the world, provided that you have a reliable connection to the internet. That's it. More cost. My laptop is my office. So number one, best reason to trade is time freedom. Number two, reason to trade is freedom to travel and live wherever you want. Powerful, powerful reasons. Let's keep going. Number three reason why trading stocks and ETFs and options makes so much sense right now in 2017 is because you know what? Your retirement is sooner, and it's going to be much more costly than you think. I don't know about you, but time is just slipping away, right? It just really is. Every single day, it seems like the world goes a little faster, and our retirement is looming out there somewhere. If you're young, 20, 25, you may think, oh, it'll never get here. If you're 45, 50, 60, 55, you're staring at that retirement, and it's coming quicker than you could ever imagine. Right now, most Americans either don't have a 401k or 401k with a very low account balance. That's truth. That's just the hard facts. Most people are not prepared for retirement. And of those who actually have a well-funded 401k plan or an IRA, even many of them are stuck in poorly performing target date mutual funds recommended to them by their financial advisors. Right? Because why? Because they make the most money on those kinds of funds. What many people hope to earn in a year, a good trader can earn in one good 3-week, 4-week trade. Isn't that powerful? If you're running out of time before retirement, trading can make a difference by boosting your overall annual returns. It's probably advisable, though, for most to trade for you not to trade all of your retirement funds, right? If you have like $100,000 or $200,000 saved for retirement, some people think, well, gosh, why would I want to trade all that? That's risky. Nobody's saying you should trade all of it. In fact, it's probably advisable to maybe consider setting aside maybe 20% of those retirement funds and using those for speculative purposes. Keep the other 80%, for example, in a balanced portfolio. Talk to your trusted financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm kind of giving you an idea here. So you could take 80% of it and keep it in a balanced portfolio of stocks that you believe in. And then you could take the other 20% and then trade it as a way to boost your overall account balance. If you have a 401k, by the way, quick tip, you can often get access to trade any U.S. stock or ETF if you have something within your 401k called a brokerage link. You should talk to your HR department and ask if you can actually invest in other things besides usually the limited number of funds that they have in that 401k. Ask your HR department, just send them a quick email and say, hey, do we have a brokerage link here? And if so, then you can take the money that you're putting in your 401k, and hopefully you're getting a match for it. You can actually take that money and you can actually trade any stock or any ETF that you see out there in the market. And, and one of the reasons why this is so important is because it allows you to make the choice and make those intelligent decisions for yourself. Don't let your company's HR department make vital decisions about your retirement. You need to take that into your own hands. And speaking of taking things in your own hands, I just want to give you a couple of encouraging words from some of our members who have been using our system and have been making money. Here's one from a good friend of ours named Rick. He's a member. He's been a longtime member. He came to our big Follow the Money Summit back in 2016 up in Estes Park, Colorado. Our next summit, by the way, is coming up in Fayetteville, Arkansas in 2018. We'll have details soon on that. But Rick is a pharmacist, and that's what he does by day. Right? So by day, he's a pharmacist, but he also likes to trade. Probably uses his cell phone to do that or his laptop, and whenever he gets home, he makes his trades. And here's one of the quotes we got from him. He sent in an email and said, "Just wanted to let you know that I made just made a little over 15% profit on Brazil's ETF, ticker symbol EWZ, in just over a month, thanks to you alerting us about the ongoing issues in Brazil." Wow. I mean, 15% in a month. Do you see how that little trade right there could boost Rick's overall portfolio in return for the entire year? That's a huge thing. We got another email here from somebody who used our system to trade options. He says, "Jerry, my first options trade was volatility, ticker symbol VXX. It's an ETF. He says, I bought a total of 15 contracts for $1,300, and yesterday I sold 5 of them for $3,500. So he still has 10 left, and he's already covered all of his costs. He has a profit of $2,200, he says, and I still have 10 contracts to keep following the trend. Thank you for all the information to learn from." That's a 160% gain that individual made by using our system with volatility. I mean, if you need to amp up or soup up your retirement funds, you've got to do something, right? You can't just go with the herd. You have to really make a decision. And so trading is a way to boost your retirement balance and have a much better retirement. Okay, so number 4, the fourth reason that you should consider trading stocks is the fact that there is unlimited upside, but limited downside. See, I like to keep the odds in my favor. Well, if I work a regular 9-to-5 job, then I face an upside ceiling on my earnings potential. And not only is my income earning potential capped, but that income cap is determined by somebody else, namely the company that employs me. So someone is always telling me, you can make this much and that's it, and no more. And I have to constantly ask for a raise. But as a trader, there's no cap on the income that I can generate. And while the upside is unlimited, the downside is limited in the fact that if let's say I put $10,000 into the market, okay, and I want to trade a stock. Well, what's the worst case scenario? I could lose all the $10,000, right? But it's not unlimited. I mean, it's not going to start draining my bank account. So once the dollars are lost, they're gone. But the upside is unlimited. It could keep going up, 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 up. There is no cap. Like there is no place where it suddenly says you can't earn any more. The upside is unlimited. I mean, that's how you get the odds in your favor. Trading is powerful because you have unlimited upside. It's a very powerful thing. Even many businesses that you can start today don't have that benefit of unlimited upside. Very powerful. Okay, and our final fifth reason why trading stocks and ETFs is so powerful for you to consider is the fact that it's exciting and interesting. Oh, let me tell you about this. I get a rush trading stocks and ETFs still after 20 years. I started trading back in 1996, traded my very first stock, and I went through the entire dot-com bubble, went through the bursting of that bubble, traded through the 2008 crash, right? Sold off right beforehand, alerted all of our members, and then got back in 2009. And it's just been an unreal kind of situation, but it's been exciting. Because the reason that it's exciting is because when I watch the news, I'm actually participating in what's happening. Like, I'm actually able to watch and process what's happening on the news or what's happening in the world, and I'm actually able to participate. So it can easily complement your own interests. For example, if you're like me and you like to follow geopolitics, you like to pay attention to what's happening around the world, why not profit from that knowledge by considering trading the U.S. oil ETF, USO ticker symbol? Or maybe you'd rather prefer to trade some other commodity ETF. I mean, there's a jillion different ways to trade. For example, in the commodity space, we track things like lithium, which powers the renewable batteries going into electric vehicles. We got into lithium back in December. It's up 57% since December. That's a huge run. We got into rare earth metals, those 17 metals that are so important in the overall global economy. They're in many of the defense and many of the products in the defense industry, the technology industry, all rely upon rare earths. We got into that ETF back in July of this year, like as in, 3 months ago. That one's up 44% in the last several months. So there's so many different ways that you can actually put your knowledge into practice. I encourage my trading students to focus on a trading specialty. For example, I have about 10 to 15 ETFs and about 50 to 100 stocks that I consistently watch, and I try to buy the new uptrends and I try to sell on the new downtrends. And we alert all of our members when a stock enters an uptrend or when it enters a downtrend, so you can get in when it's going up and you can get out when it starts going down. I focus on stocks that I feel comfortable with and that I have completed my own fundamental analysis and research on. Now, I'll talk about fundamental analysis on a future podcast, but my larger point is that it's possible to combine your interests and even your passions with profitable trading. Now, how many people do you know who mindlessly read the news every morning? They sit down with their cup of coffee and they read through the news. They get themselves depressed. They don't know how to process it, let alone how to profit from it. And they just walk around with all this knowledge, but they never apply it. You know anybody like that? You know anybody like that? Wouldn't it be nice if those people could actually earn a little bit from the rent from the corporate media messaging and press releases that take up space in their heads every day? I mean, think about it. The corporate media and the propaganda just fills their head, but they have no opportunity before them to take advantage of the information that's in front of them. So by learning the basic skill of trading, you put yourself in a very unique situation in the fact that you literally empower yourself to take advantage of new trends, of the news that you're seeing. Instead of being a victim of the news, why not take advantage of the news?